Hi and welcome. A lot of changes, and I'm back to working at it again, and I want so much to teach the course that has saved my life and to honor the teacher that's helped me get here. Um, Today I think I'd kind of like to talk about God in all the ways of God, the energy of God, God, the all that is, the splendor and the beauty of, and the energy of God, and also um, talk about the sun, the us, the experiencer, the the one that then there's only one, the one of us that sets up these wonderful, goofy, strange, amazing things to do and gets caught in them and lost in them and enjoys them. And then there's a little self down here, and that's kind of the way that I'm learning that the Son of God experiences is through. Gee, I think I'm gonna make one like this, and it's kind of cool because as far as I know, and I'm learning, uh, the Son of God, us, we set it up how it's going to be before we come down, and I want to kind of do it this way this time, and blue eyes maybe, and a little smaller, um, yeah, and and then it gets all set up ahead of us, and then all of a sudden it's really cool because then they'll turn around and then this self gets made, this little self, this ego self, and it's cool because we don't know the veil comes down and we get down here and it's time to play and time to learn how to do all this cool stuff, and we start out little and then we learn, and then I'm learning more all the time, and I'm learning, and as I learn and I grow, and then I'm learning that I really don't have to be here in the way I'm here, and the way to do that is to kind of kick and allow me to not follow the script that I wrote, but to be in the true Christ that I am, be in the energy of I am, the Almighty. Um, it's a slow process. But I love the multifacetedness of it. And the coolest thing I think about the Course and about the awakening for me so far is that I can change who I am. I can change as I go forward. It's all in what I'm thinking, man. It's all in what I'm thinking. And as I change my thinking, as I reach inside to who I truly am and let go of the rules, let go of the regulations, let go of how I've set it up, and just truly be and be okay with being, all cool things happen. And the love comes out. God is love. If I haven't said that this time, I want to say it again because that's probably the most important thing I've learned is God is love. God is the energy. God is the essence of love. That beautiful energy that flies right through, and when you're in that pocket because nothing bothers you. At least nothing bothers me. When I am in that space of love, all is right. There's an old expression, God is in his heaven and all is right with the world, and that's how I end up feeling, you know. And that is where I am, and that is what I believe in. And, bringing it back around to being the experiencer, the, you know, the sun, and just allowing me to be an experience. And cool, it's allowing you to be too, and realize that it's by design. We're all set up to do this in this way, in this fashion, I mean, and I love it. Because the more I can do that, the more I don't have to hold on to the stuff. But isn't it cool to think about? In the design of who we are, it was all set up. Who my parents would be, that my mom would give me up for adoption, that my parents would have their own dysfunction going on. I mean, all this amazing and really interesting stuff. And and being able to work through it and walk through it. And I think the one gift, one of the biggest gifts that my parents that raised me gave me was a gift of critical, the gift of not teaching me away from who I am, and that I am not okay, and it's not okay to love, and it's not okay to feel, and and you have to be a certain way to be accepted, and you have to act a certain way, you have to look a certain way, your body type has to be a certain way, all this stuff. And then I toddle off, and I learn and I grow, and oh man, I love the Course. You got to do it. You just got to do it. It's like my teacher talks about. It's in the experiencing. It's in the just doing it. I can read pages all day long. I can do the lessons, and for years I did. I would just, oh, okay, the door is ajar, and I learn this, and then I go forward, and I go forward, and I go forward. But if I'm not allowing it into me, if I'm not taking the time to just let it be, and there's that saying, intimacy. That's how I feel. Is I wasn't allowing me to get intimate with me. I wasn't allowing me to get close to myself, get close to who I truly am, because I was too afraid. Again, back to because of the way I was raised. It's like, ooh, and the worst fear, of course, was I'm going to be alone. My mom gave me up. So if your own mom don't want you, you got an issue. So it was, I have to do this to fit in. I have to do that to fit in. And now being able to truly experience the amazingness of love, of God, and to trust it, and to just slowly, as I go forward, working the Course, doing the Course, allowing it in, facing the resistances, and forgiving and forgiving and forgiving and loving and forgiving and accepting, And that's kind of a theme with me over here. I love God, and the more I realize that I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to do here, and the less critical I am, the more I can just enjoy. I'm kind of bummed that it took me to 68 to get this, but it's okay too. I guess that's by design, that I grow. And when I'm doing the lessons in the Course, to look at them straight up, they don't necessarily make a whole lot of sense to me, to be honest. You're reading, and I'm reading, and I'm doing, and I'm reading, and the most important thing I can do is not have expectations, because expectations, that's the setup. That's the setup. That's the place where I am, where my ego is fighting against me. Because remember, the ego is the little guy that I set up down here to play me in this movie, in this Earth movie. So it's real interesting. It's real interesting to kind of recognize that I am playing a part down here, and it's okay. And God loves me, and God's watching, and I love me, and I'm watching, and it's so cool. I love you guys. Thank you for helping me grow, and thank you for being there. Have a blessed day.